Welcome to HECA. Today's topic is on Introduction to Computer. We are going to specifically talk about three different aspects of computer: computer hardware, software, and computer networking. Computer hardware includes the physical parts of the computer such as monitor, keyboard, CPU, and RAM. Monitor. Monitor is an output device. Monitor displays your program output or video or image. Hard drive. Hard drive stores the data, code, or software permanently until it is deleted. The data is not lost when the computer is switched off. RAM. RAM is a random access memory. It is a temporary storage and the data is lost when the computer is switched off. RAM stores the code and the data that are being actively used by the CPU. CPU. CPU is nothing but central processing unit. Is the electronic circuit within the computer that executes instructions. The CPU performs basics of arithmetic, logic, controlling, and input-output operations specified by the instructions in the program. When you want to add a number, CPU is the one that performs the addition of numbers or any arithmetic operations. Keyboard. Keyboard is the input device. It is used to key in inputs into the computer, which includes punching in input data or writing a program. SMPS. SMPS, or a power supply, converts alternative current into direct current. Motherboard. Motherboard is the main component of computer. It is a board with integrated circuitry that connects the other parts of the computer, including the CPU, RAM, and disk drives. These are the main components of computer hardware. Hardware engineers are the ones who assemble your computer or fit or wire all these hardwares and electronic components together. Let's understand what does software mean and how is it related to hardware. As you can see in the picture, there are four communication layers that are stacked on top of one another. The bottommost layer in green is the hardware. Other three layers in yellow and red is the software layer. The top layer in blue is the user. The yellow layer is the operating system software, which instructs hardware to work. Operating system directly works with the hardware using a software called device drivers to perform certain hardware operations. Operating system have predefined instructions on what to do. Let's assume we are pressing a keystroke A. The hardware gets the CPU's attention through an interrupt when a certain interruption happens. These interruptions to CPU are called hardware interrupts. Similarly, there are many processes getting initiated in CPU by this kind of interrupts. This is how hardware communicates with computer. When A is typed in the keyboard, it needs to be displayed in the monitor. Operating system sends an electrical signal to monitor using device drivers, and letter A appears in the monitor as hardware response. There are many operating systems available in the computer. Most common ones are Microsoft Windows, Linux, Unix, DOS, etc. Pre-packaged software is the next layer. MS Word, Excel, Notepad are some of the examples of pre-packaged software. These softwares are already compiled and in ready-to-use state. These packages talk to operating system in low-level language. These pre-packaged softwares are written in programming languages such as C, C++, Java, etc. Application program is at the top of the software hierarchy. Application programs are written in high-level languages such as C, C++, Java, etc. And with the collection of instructions, programmers can do a set of operations. For example, a program can ask computer to display a multiplication table for a given number. The program is compiled to convert that into an object code, and the object code can communicate with the operating system, and the operating system can communicate with the hardware to perform the operation. On top of the hierarchy, you can see the users. There are two types of users. The first type of user is the programmer who writes the program in high-level language, and the second type of user is the one who uses the program to see the output. If I need to multiply a table of 5, I can execute the program and pass the 5 as an input, and I can see the result on my monitor. Computer networking. Computer networking is one of the fields where the network engineers interconnects computer within home or office. There are basically two types of networking available: intranet and internet. When the computers are connected within a small area, it's called intranet. Local area network and wide area network are some of the examples of intranet. Whereas when the computers are around the world and are interconnected, this is done through internet. The actual program will be in one of the server which will be entirely in a different part of the world, whereas the person accessing the program would be in the other side of the world. Better example is the stock market and share trading. Anyone from any part of the world can sell a share, and a person from the other end of the world can buy the same share within a fraction of milliseconds. In this case, the whole stock exchange program will be in entirely a different server in the other part of the world. You'd have understood now the difference between the hardware, software and the networking. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, share your comments and like the video.